You know, when God is ready for you to leave a relationship, He doesn't remove the person. He exposes them. And it's up to you to do your part. He will make staying hurt more than leaving. That's when you know.
Because He's training you while dating you how He values you. Because whatever you allow in dating, you will allow in marriage.
Yep. I always say we teach people how to treat us. So if you started taking care of them, be ready to take care of them for the rest of your life.
Okay, this is for all the single women in Toronto, the GTA, Oakville, Burlington, Hamilton, that whole area. If you are between 25 and 55, any ethnicity, any religion, and you're looking to date with intention, I'm recruiting for a couple great guys that I have as clients. So head to the link in my bio, fill the submission form, and maybe you're a match.
For me, it would be, I think a lot of women today go into dating situations with we're going to be married, or because I want to be married, I think I can get him to be open to the possibility that every relationship you have won't end in that place, and it doesn't have to end the relationship. Mm-hmm.
A lot of these modern women continue to run their mouths and say that we don't need you like that anymore. We don't need you. You ain't needed for this. Well, what actually do you bring to the table? I don't bring anything to your table because I've already proved to you through my actions what I bring to the table. But because you're looking for some other foolishness in your delusional standards, I'm not enough for you.
Your husband is the only person in your life who loved you purely by choice. Your parents love you because you're theirs. Your siblings because you share blood. Your children because you brought them here. But him, he didn't have to. He wasn't assigned to you. He wasn't obligated to stay. He chose you. Out of everyone, he picked you to build a life with. So don't treat that love like it's guaranteed. The man who chose you still needs to feel chosen too.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Girl, do you realize you're about to lose something rare? Mm-hmm. He's doing everything he can to show you he loves you, to be there for you, to support you through your overthinking and emotional moments, and you're still creating distance.
For what men like him are rare. Yeah. Guys who genuinely care are hard to find, and you're treating this one like he's replaceable.
Everyone keeps asking, where are the good guys? He's right in front of you. Mm-hmm. If you love him the way you say you do, then your actions need to reflect that. Yeah. Because when someone gives their best and still feels invisible, it slowly convinces them they're not enough. It makes him feel unappreciated, taken for granted, and emotionally useless no matter how hard he tries. Over time, that feeling changes a man. He starts pulling back, protecting himself, and becoming emotionally guarded instead of open. That's how good men lose their softness. Not because they wanted to change, but because staying vulnerable stopped feeling safe.
Once a good man feels unseen for too long, he doesn't argue or beg. He quietly withdraws and stops offering the effort that once came naturally.
And when he finally stops trying, it's not because he didn't care. It's because he cared for too long without feeling met halfway.
By the time you realize what you had, he's already learned the lesson you taught him, to give his effort only where it's valued.
One of the things that men have a problem with when women talk about a man being emotionally vulnerable is the fact that a lot of times you're not emotionally disciplined enough to handle what I'm telling you. So later on, you're going to start bumping your gums and tell everybody my business. And then I'm going to have a problem with them because they're going to be trying to be all up in my business.
Yo, the whole men don't take girls on dates no more narrative is cap. Here's why, right? Now, if you pretty and you not getting taken out on dates, dudes ain't doing nice stuff for you, it's probably because you got a terrible attitude and are too entitled to dudes just giving you money for no reason, right? Because this whole like breaking pockets thing is a big movement, which is a whack movement, first of all. There's plenty dudes taking girls on dates, but you probably looking in the wrong way. A lot of y'all want men who got their together, but men who have their together, it comes with things like emotional maturity. You can't have random attitudes. You got to be educated in your own sense, know how to carry yourself as a woman. Some of y'all women be expecting men to do things and have all these things that can't even make up your bed in the morning. You feel me? But a lot of men is coming on to that, so they rather even not waste time talking to girls because a lot of y'all want the same thing.
I found a thread on Reddit that was 5 questions to ask yourself if you're unsure about your relationship.
Ooh.
If someone told you you're a lot like your partner, would this be a compliment to you? Are you truly fulfilled or just less lonely?
Nice.
Are you able to be unapologetically yourself, or do you feel the need to show up differently to please your partner?
That's a great
Are you
question.
in love with who your partner is right now as a whole, or are you only in love with their good side, their potential, or the idea of them? And would you want your future or imagined child to date someone like your partner?
Oh, those are excellent questions. Because if you say no to any one of them, just end it.
You know, a lot of men, once again, they're not scared of feedback. They're not scared of hard work. They're not scared of changing. It's just that a lot of times, modern women in society in general, they try to disrespect a man. They try to really take, honestly and truly, they try to take the only thing that a man really has left, and that's his integrity and his dignity. They try to take, oh, that don't mean nothing. Get that crap out of here.
55% of men haven't approached a woman in the last year, yet 75% of women wish they were approached more. This disconnect is your opportunity. A woman could have 1,000 matches in her phone, her Instagram DMs could be flooded, but when you stop her in the middle of the day and you're face to face with her, you'll have her full attention. That alone makes in person more powerful than any other method. Because even if you match and message a woman on an app, you're still being multitasked like everything else going on her phone. She's swiping and messaging other guys at the same exact time. If just one guy beats you to the punch with the right message, your chances with her are gone for good. And our internal client data shows that if a man has a 10 out of 10 dating profile and 10 out of 10 in-person skills, he'll more often meet and date more attractive, higher quality women in person, precisely because he's skipping the competition and making a stronger, more impactful first impression. If you want to learn how to get 1 to 3 dates per week with girlfriend quality women, comment the word flirt below and I'll send you my free video showing you exactly how.
Some men don't understand that when they bag a baddie that hates men, you won. That's top tier.
It's more that men are realizing that the baddies were never worth it. Because these women might be dateable, but they are not wifey material. If he marries a baddie that hates all men, he is essentially agreeing to have a wife that hates him. And that is a guaranteed way for a man to never have peace again. Unless he marries her, divorces her, before having kids. Then maybe he's got a slight chance.
How men are treated in a lot of these systems has fundamentally altered the way they approach things and they go about things. You wonder why men are checking out of society and why men are not buying into a lot of this nonsense. It's because modern women in the system really honestly and truly continue to screw them over and over again. And y'all not hearing them when they say, hey, I don't think that this is fair.
Any relationship where the woman has guy friends is bound to fail. I'm giving it to you straight. No filter. A man can be incredibly patient, but he will never accept the person who claims to love him seeking attention in someone else's arms under the guise of friendship. It doesn't matter how many times she says we're just friends, sooner or later that line gets crossed. A man who respects himself doesn't compete for a place he's already earned. When a woman insists on keeping orbiters around, she's not cultivating friendships. She's feeding her own insecurity and an insatiable thirst for outside validation. That's not love. It's a high-stakes game that ends up suffocating trust. I know this makes people uncomfortable, but the truth usually hurts. If she needs attention from guy friends to feel fulfilled, she simply lacks the maturity for a solid relationship. The more she tries to hide it, the more obvious her lack of commitment becomes. A man of value has it clear. Where there is ambiguity and third parties, there is no future. Simple as that.
The Lady J saying that Zionism is in the epicenter of progress for the LGBTQIA.
Well, that's interesting. I really love hearing about things that I actually never said, and then receiving hateful DMs and nasty comments in my videos for it. So let's get this cleared up right now. That came from this post right here, from this person right here. Now, if anybody is actually paying attention, they would actually realize that that is not me. Very much different people. But it might not have occurred to some individuals out there that people can have the same usernames on different platforms. Shocking, I know. So unless it comes from this account on TikTok or this one or this account on Instagram, it's not me. I have never actually discussed that subject or broached it in any way. So for all of you that have sent me nasty DMs, perhaps do 10 seconds of research, because that's exactly how long it took me to find where that came from. So do pay attention next time. Because yeah, I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Telegram, I'm not on Signal. So please do try to pay closer attention.
And you know, there's a lot of women out there that complain about, you know, the bystander effect in men and how men don't really help out anymore. But it's not really a man's responsibility. But the way that you guys talk and the way that you guys act, a man doesn't really have any influence. So why am I going to be paying for something that I didn't create? Why am I going to be solving a problem that I didn't get myself into? I can help out here and there, but I'm not your security guard.
Chivalry is,
yeah,
and you're upset by that. Chivalry is,
yeah.
So like, what's an example of guys not being chivalrous anymore?
Even like opening the car door for you.
Oh, chivalry's though.
Yes.
Like what is it?
Like I look at my dad and how he treats my mom.
Sure.
And I talked to them about this the other day. Like I'm going to be 35 in December, and you know, I thought by now, okay, I know. Thought I'd be like married, but it's like I have so many girlfriends that are in the same boat, because it's just like men aren't built the same way like our dads were back in the day.
But are women built the same way?
Yeah.
It's very simple. Oh, you want a traditional man? Are you a traditional woman? And most of these modern women are not traditional. They do not deserve chivalry. They go around saying men and women are equal, but then want to be treated differently for being a woman. As a rule of thumb, you should be chivalrous to women who don't believe in gender equality and feminism and all this modern propaganda.
And another thing you have to understand is that modern women, they keep on trying to make men feel guilty about backing up, about not helping, about protecting themselves, staying to themselves. That's a form of protection. Well, how come a man won't protect me? How come a man won't provide? How come a man is going his own way? Because you've shown that man that you're a bona fide problem. You've shown that man that you're not safe to be around. You've shown that man that you can't keep your mouth closed, especially when it matters. And I'm not about to put myself in danger messing around with you.
What's real about gender? There are hormones that go with the gonads. And if we don't understand what they do to the construct of the brain itself and how they shape perception and interpretation and sight, we don't even have the same vision and hearing. There's so many things that are different. And one of the really cool things about it is y'all don't hang on to as much stuff as we do. So if the person in front of you, how they're being right now is something that has you lean in instead of, right? You lean in and you might be going, whoa, this is different, but let's see, instead of, she's different now, but will she be different tomorrow? You know, that's much more rare for a man to do that, common for a woman to do that. Yeah, let's see how long this lasts. And then it doesn't, right? Because in the next instance of being related, you keep being regarded as an enemy or skeptically, or what are you up to? Or, which is, it's normal, it's human, but it's never going to bring out the best.
A lot of men, what they do is they say, man, if I see you in the grocery store, I'm probably just buying milk. I'm probably just buying some bread. If I see you in the grocery store, I just saw you. That's it. I'm not approaching anybody no more, bro. I'm not even going to try. I'm not looking in your direction. Not at all. Because y'all act a fool. Y'all act a plumb fool when a man sit up there and try to be a friend. When a man sit up there and try to take you seriously. I want a man to approach in the wild. I go in there, approach in the wild, and you act stupid. It's a flat out stupid. And you want me to, oh, well, yeah, no, you just come and approach me. No, I'm not. You're an idiot.
I'm bored, so I'm going to tell you guys some of my standards I have for men in dating. First of all, I will not date you if you have any close girlfriends. If you have a girl best friend, absolutely not. You're cut, you're done, goodbye. I truly believe that guys are not friends with girls that they find unattractive. They are only friends with a girl if they find them attractive, meaning that if she ever admitted feelings, it'd be like, next, if you do any sort of drugs or have a severe drinking addiction, you're cut. If you follow too many women on Instagram, you're cut. If you don't know them, if they're the Instagram models, the OnlyFans girls, you are extra cut. It's giving desperate, cannot do it. If you're stingy with money, you're cut. Like, I understand not wanting to be in debt, but if you're having me split the bill on a date just because you're stingy and you have the money, you're cut. This is kind of a random one, but if you don't have any friends, you're cut, because why are you not close with anybody? Like, some people are like, oh, I like my man to be a loner, da-da-da-da-da. I don't. I feel like that's a huge red flag. Like, nobody likes you. You don't want to talk to anybody, like, you're cut. Anyways, those are some of the biggest things I look out for in men when dating, but yeah.
If you're a man, please explain to me why you would ask a woman out on a date and then have her pay for a date.
Because you offered? In general, dating is supposed to be two equal adults meeting up to get to know each other. He rightfully doesn't think another person owes the other financially, so he'll ask to split it. Next, for a lot of men, they filter for entitlement and don't want entitled women. So if he thinks that you're just there just to get a meal out of him, he doesn't want anything to do with you. Also, a lot of men want mutual contributions in relationships. So if you're willing to pay for your food and actually get to know him, he knows if you guys end up in a long-term relationship, you're probably going to contribute to the relationship too. He's financially disciplined. Dating is expensive. If a man goes on 10 $50 dates per year, and let's be real here, that's usually not enough dates to actually get a girlfriend. That's like $500 in 1 year. He could invest that. Next, he's been used before. A lot of men have been used. So if you like it when a man pays on the date, don't use men and call out other women using men too. Because if we completely end this and women only go out with men they're interested in, maybe the men will be willing to potentially pay once in a while. As long as the check is reasonable and you're not getting the most expensive thing off the menu. If a man doesn't say, it's my treat or I've got this, then you can reasonably assume you might be paying for your stuff. Also, if you show up on the date playing on your phone, you seem low effort, you're just kind of distracted, he's going to be like, well, there's definitely not going to be a second one. She's not even into me. And then that's actually raised the chances of him wanting you to pay for your own stuff.
A lot of these modern women are terrible in the way that they maneuver in the world. A man would come, well, man, how come men don't approach anymore? How come men don't come up to us in the grocery store or the gas station? Well, the way you guys have maneuvered, the way you guys have run your mouth, the way you guys have really honestly and truly acted a fool. You guys have really gotten beside yourself in the way that you treat men that are, really honestly and truly, to you guys, all men are the same. It don't really matter if a man comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? My name is John. Versus a man, yo, what's up, ma? How you doing? Oh, you looking fine today, girl. You sexy. Turn around and shake that thing on me. Really don't even matter. So the man that was actually giving you respect, you treat him with the same level of respect that a man is coming up to you trying to dog you out.
Here are 4 things that women do accidentally that stop men from approaching them in the wild. Number 1, the do not disturb trio. You got your headphones in, your sunglasses on, and phone in hand. Now, any one of these sends the same message. I am not available. Do not disturb. But all 3, he is not coming anywhere near you. If you're open to connection, your body needs to say so. Number 2, your arms are crossed. Now, it feels neutral. You might even be cold. Might feel comfortable, but to him, it reads as closed off and guarded. So put your hands in your lap, arms by your side. That small shift signals you're relaxed and open to the world. Number 3, no eye contact. This is the green light he's waiting for. A glance held just a second longer than usual. That's his signal that it's safe to approach. Without it, most men won't risk the rejection. Number 4, resting serious face. Yes, that's what we call it. Now, you might just be thinking or concentrating or focused, but he sees someone who doesn't want to be disturbed, someone who doesn't want to be interrupted. So a soft expression costs nothing and changes everything. Now, just to remind you, this isn't about performing, right? But it is about you letting your outside match your inside. So if you're open, let your body say so. Follow for more, and good luck out there.
It's funny how modern women continue to go down a checklist standards. He needs to be this. He needs to do that. I don't even freaking care. I really don't like a man that's 6 foot. I really don't care for a man that's got 6 figures. Great. That's a starting point. Really, honestly and truly, we can put the visual preferences out of the way. A lot of these modern women need to work on their attitudes. You need to be looking for a man that's going to help you with your attitude. And you're going to listen to his direction, and you're going to listen to his guidance. I don't care if you get a man that's 6 foot. I don't care if you get a man that's 5 foot. Those men need to be helping you work on your mouth, work on the way on accountability, responsibility, integrity. There's so many more things that modern women are completely and utterly terrible at, that they need a man's assistance.
So I don't know about you guys, but I've always had deal breakers as a man. So I want to share my 5 deal breakers when it comes to women. Number 1, if you can't buy anything for me, we're done. I will always be the one to buy anything from a woman, right? Or if we go out on a date or something, I'll pay because I'm the one that asked you to go out. But if you cannot buy anything for me simply as, let's say we go to the movies, can you buy snacks? Or let's say we go out somewhere, can you just pay for this one little thing? If you always have a bloody excuse, or if you've never purchased anything from me, you are a walking red flag. Number 2, if you don't have a job. See, I don't judge anybody that's not working because, again, the job market is very hard. But if you don't have some kind of hustle you are doing, whether it's 9 to 5, whether it's you being a real entrepreneur, I'm sorry, I'm nobody's provider for now until I'm married. Number 3, horrible attitudes if you're fine. There's nothing more ugly than a fine girl with a horrible attitude. And you meet so many of these so-called mean girls that try and act like they're all bad and mean and all that. You're ugly. You have a pretty face to look at, but when you open your mouth or when you treat people a certain kind of way, you're ugly. Hate it, red flag. Number 4, if I see too many dashboards on your social media, call it insecure, I don't care. If I see more than 4 dashboards and there's no man's face, you see, I would even respect you more. Show the man's facial weight and the dashboard, but you just want to be showing dashboard, then me too, I'll become one of them, God forbid. Number 5, English. You see, there's a difference between hello and hello.
If this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy are all bad role models for men, can you tell me who the good ones are? Why is it that every time someone tries to step up to the plate to lead men, they're immediately labeled misogynists?
How do we know that somebody we're recently dating or starting a relationship is good for us? And it's usually not what most people think. The way to gauge whether somebody is quote unquote good for you is often different than they make you feel great. The people that are best for us are the people that call us forward, are the people that actually help us to relax into the best versions of ourselves. And so that's the question to ask yourself as you start dating somebody new or you start a relationship with somebody new is, do they call me forward into the deepest, most expressed version of myself? Do they, I'm going to use this word, demand the best of me? Do they provide a mirror for me so that I don't just slip into my patterns? It's rarely somebody's good for you, especially in the first few months, because we're all hopped up on hormones and you can't really tell if somebody's good for you. If they make you just feel great and give you everything that you want, chances are those relationships are doomed. But the people who actually are a full stand for our expression, like a stand for us to be fully expressed and fully healed and transmuted in the world, those are the people that are special. Those are the people that really matter most. So if you're wondering if they're good for you, it's often not just about, are you aligned? Do you want the same things? Are you guys having a beautiful experience? Those things are often great and important, but to really gauge whether somebody's good for you, ask yourself, do they call out the best in me? And then if you really want for extra credit, have your friends tell you how you feel after you started dating them. Do you actually feel like a more expressed version of yourself? Do you actually feel like a deeper version of yourself? Because the world will be able to tell if somebody is activating something very deep and special in you.
The last guy I really liked, I remember I sat in the car waiting for him to open the car door, and we were just at the gas station, and he was already inside of the gas station, and I was like,
just sitting in the car.
What? Homie really doesn't get it. No, so like that kind of stuff is just like out the window.
Now that the men are gone, girl, this guy said to me, I like you so much. He actually said, I'm addicted to you. I like you so much. I just wish you were nicer to me. That's like the biggest compliment. It's nothing nice to say, but it was sweet.
I posted a video asking guys how women should approach men.
Yeah.
I just want to read some of the comments. This guy says, there's a really creative one that works. Hi, how are you? And, you know,
Thank you. Thank you.
Obviously,
tricky, is it?
It's weird that can be so intimidating, right? Like,
Yeah, and look,
it's scary. Women, obviously, just as much as men don't want to get rejected, women don't want to get rejected, and we think that we are still going to get rejected.
So what's your sign?
So I'm looking for someone who's also financially stable and not has to work a 9 to 5 every day to live their life.
You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So
just my finances.
Guys, does this what is the cost benefit analysis of you being on a dating app? Girls go on you go on the dating app, and what do you get? Like a message here, a message there. You're feeling good about yourself. You got what, 5 that day or something. Look at what's going on with these women, right? Guys are flooding them left, and this is not the only video like this. You can look up, and I saw like multiple, and they posted, right? Because they're cocky. They're like, oh, look at me, look at my Saturday night. I feel so confident and sexy, so much so that I can go to the bar and treat the guy who actually approaches me like that's what's happening.
Boy, your eyes are like sapphires. Gee, that's pretty corny though, huh?
No, not at all. She's beautiful. Wow. I got charming, Elsie. She looks gorgeous. The most beautiful of
I owe my life to you, my darling.
I couldn't live without you, Robin.
I don't think I'm my type's type. Like, it's really kind of frustrating because I feel like this guy that I matched with that I really liked, that I was crushing on, like, what did he call me? No, he didn't say cute. He said something, but it wasn't hot and sexy. It was like cute and like, you're a sweetheart. I'm a what? I'm a sweetheart. I mean, I don't know. Is that code for like, you want to marry me or something? Like, what is that?
Modern men have no courage. Courage is something men used to pride themselves in. It was lumped into chivalry, part of being a man. But now you don't even have the courage to go talk to a girl? None of you are approaching women. None of you seem confident. And coming from a girl, I swear to you, all it takes is a little bit of courage to stand out. Yes, the gym is going to help. Yes, fashion is going to help. Yes, you need to be a good man. But none of that is going to matter if you're not willing to put yourself out there. Are you going to fail on many approaches? Absolutely. But who cares? I know it hurts, but what else are you going to do? Continue to watch dating content that you never put to use? You have so much more control over your own destiny here. I'm too short, I'm too poor, modern women aren't worth it, feminism ruined everything, are just a bunch of lame cop-out excuses.
I would not make a broad-based thing of saying you should or shouldn't move in together. It's very situationally specific. It's a multivariate equation. It has a lot to do with the nature of the relationship, the nature of where each of you was living previously, what your economic status is, what your employment obligations
Where
are,
you
when
live.
you see each other, where you live.
Moving into Manhattan
There's
versus
so many
Ohio.
factors.
I mean,
right, so how do you have like a blanket rule where you say you should never this, you should always this? Like, it's such a broad preposition, and it's a one-size-fits-all approach to them. I mean, that's what I said about Kevin O'Leary when he said it. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a broad-based thing that you're just saying prescriptively as if it was fundamentally true for everyone in this situation.
There was a woman that came on my show, the whole show. She said, I like nice guys. I do. I'm done with the bad boys. I like nice guys. Well, this show, my recruiter had brought one of his friends to watch the show.
And this guy, I didn't know this at the time. I didn't know who he was. But sometimes the recruiters would bring their friends to like watch a show at this point. This guy was just out of prison. I don't know why he was at my apartment. I'm like, why would you bring him? Or like he dealt drugs or something. I don't know what he was doing. But anyway, besides the point, he got her number and took her home that night. So what did I conclude was that sometimes people lie, obviously, and sometimes people lie to themselves to the point that they believe that it's true.
My boyfriend and I have been living together for a year and a half now, and he's moving out next week.
A lot of girls are calling this girl delusional. I'm not going to get into that. What I will do is recommend a book that I think will be very helpful for anyone in their 20s to read, even if you're early 30s. This book is called The Defining Decade by Meg Jay, I believe. She talks specifically about this whole phenomenon of moving in with someone that you're dating. And she debunks the myth that you all so annoyingly hold tenaciously to, the idea that your odds of staying together in marriage will be higher if you live together with the person you're dating. First of all, no, that is not true. I said it, but now there's research to back it up. Go read the book. So, Defining Decade, read it. She breaks it down really well.
Better for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And obey. To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And obey.
I'm not saying that word.
Say it.
I'm not saying that word. I'm not obeying anybody. I don't obey anybody, especially him. So you can continue without that word. Cherish. I'm not obeying nobody. I'm not saying that word. You think I am about to start my life off obeying a man? Never. I'm not obeying anybody.
Say it, girl.
So we can continue. We can continue without me saying that word.
Y'all are in y'all bag over this. Like, y'all are so upset about this. And what I like to know is when old girl was on that sprinkle movement, fulminating out the mouth, dogging our men out, talking all kind of trash about them, trying to put us on, give us tips and teach us how to train and move as if they were pets, a part of our lifestyle. Y'all had no words for that. Y'all were hooting, hollering, cheering it up, sharing with your friends, tagging this person. You know, oh yeah, that's racist. Oh my God, this, that, and the third. But now that somebody else has started this drizzle movement, y'all got all the issues in the world. And all I like to know is why?
How a woman responds to her man's correction, that separates the mature woman from the immature woman. When your man sits you down and explains something and he shows you a better way, the immature woman is going to seek control. But a woman with discernment, she understands that her man is trying to guide her. A lot of us hear correction and we immediately get defensive. We turn it into an argument, or we start deflecting just to regain control of the conversation. And when that keeps happening, the man is going to back off. He stops trying to open your eyes and he stops guiding you. He lets you do whatever it is you want to do and starts leaving you right there. And that's not a good thing. You do not want to be with the man who doesn't want to correct you. Over time, he stops seeing you as someone he can build with long term. It's not about control. It's about leadership.
Bring back the men who used to walk up fire escapes for women. Bring back the men who used to stand outside a girl's window with a boombox, singing love songs to her.
And can we please bring back the men that
bending knee outside singing in your window.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar? Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said, like, oh, hey, what are you drinking?
We need to bring back men who simp and men who yearn. Like, my dad, every time I'm home, my dad is the OG simp and yearner for my mother and honestly for his daughters. He does everything for us.
What happened to the men that used to love to send flowers just because? Take you out on a date, or matter of fact, call you and be like, get ready now, I'm gonna give you like an hour.
Bring back the men who will not allow rejection to keep them from the woman of their dreams. Bring back the men who will see a beautiful woman sitting at the bar by herself and then go over there and talk to her or send a drink over to her.
The worst thing a woman can do is marry a man. Statistically speaking, married women do not live as long as single women. They don't earn as much money as single women. And they are not as happy as single women. In every single sociological study, the data shows that married women are less contented. This is fact. On the flip side, married men who are married to women outperform single men in wellness so much so that arguably the healthiest thing a man can do for himself is marry a woman. Again, this is scientific fact. Men live longer, they make more money, they're happier, all of it. And this is a direct correlation. What women lose in a relationship, men gain. This is why women have chosen to be single and why we have the male loneliness epidemic, which, by the way, I hate the title of. All the headlines suggest that women need to go back to traditional ways, that the birthright is declining, as if this is some sort of failing on women. But what's actually happening is, for the first time in history, women have choice. Women are holding men accountable and no longer subscribing to the system that has failed them. So men, unless you are actually making her life better than she can make for herself, you will be staying lonely. It's not the women's responsibility to fix this. It's the responsibility of men to change their behavior. There are a lot of good men in the world, and they are the ones who are going to understand and agree with this post. The men getting mad in my comments are the ones that are and should stay lonely in this self-inflicted male loneliness epidemic. Anyway, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.
Welcome to another episode of Things That If a Man Would Say, He'd Be Labeled as Sexist, a Misogynist, Insecure, or Controlling. But me, as a woman, I'm gonna say it for you. And these old dating apps didn't give women more options and gave women the delusion that a better man is just one more swipe away. I don't know, is it like swipe like this? You can go up like that. So I don't really think that these women have commitment issues. I think it's more of like an option addiction. Oh, and the lovely Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook page. Y'all have heard me talk about this before, but we are building a society on crowdsourcing red flags instead of building discernment. Social media turned femininity into aesthetics instead of character. Where's the authenticity? All the modern day women now, they look the same, they talk the same, they dress the same, they act the same. Now, this is coming from a divorced woman. There should be less incentives for a woman to file for divorce. Women want equality until it's asking them to do the same dirty jobs, the same hard, demanding jobs that men do. A lot of you actually don't have high standards. You have high expectations and low character. If body count didn't matter, then why do all these women lie about it? And as always, your past does not make you unlovable, but it's sure going to make you accountable. On that note, y'all have a great day, even to the women that I upset on the internet.
Here's one reason why men don't want to open up to women anymore. It's because when they try to air out their grievances with us, we can't hear what they're trying to say. Because we're so busy trying to justify what actually happened or prove that we were right in that moment and that he's wrong, that we can't hear what he's trying to say. Now, here's the thing. I'm not trying to be judgmental because I know from experience as well. But what I've also come to realize is that the only thing that matters in that moment is validating his experience, validating his feelings, his opinions, his thoughts, his requests if he has them. It's not trying to prove a point. It's not trying to throw things back in his face. It's not trying to throw a temper tantrum. It's none of that. It's just hearing what he is actually saying without throwing a fit. We try to get men to try to open up and be vulnerable and come talk to us and all the things. But if he can't speak what's on his mind and it land in a safe space and him not be judged for it or him not be met back with so much resistance, he's going to take a mental note, store it up, and he's going to move differently in the future. So that's just what it is. Yes, there will be time for you to air out your own grievances and to prove your points. There will be time for that. It's just that it's not right now.
So this woman put out a poll asking men why they don't approach women anymore, and they responded.
So I recently asked men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. And sisters, they got in them comments, about 400 comments. And we getting ready to start.
Drum roll, please.
Number one, y'all are looking for studs. Y'all are not polite. Sisters, y'all not polite. Me Too and feminism. Apparently, they are afraid of being accused of SA.
That's a good one.
Everyone looks the same. No one stands out or is original. The system, social media has destroyed y'all. Y'all are not safe. Okay. Y'all said y'all prefer a bear. Now we're gonna have to expound on that, because apparently there was a poll that says women asked who they feel safer around. They said men or a bear. Y'all chose a bear. The men are salty about that.
Honestly, I think a lot of men just aren't approaching women like they used to. And I get why. Nowadays, when a man makes an effort, it often goes unappreciated. Some women act like, of course he should do that, instead of showing a real gratitude. Some men start asking themselves, why spend my hard-earned money, my time, my energy just to get a smile or have a drink accepted when she doesn't even truly want me? And then it turns into an expectation, not a gesture. If she's not willing to pour into your life, why should you pour into her? That's why more men are focusing on themselves, building their lives, their resources, their future, rather than throwing it away on a woman who really don't care in the first place. Hey, even if you don't have love, at least you have stability.
A lot of these modern women are going to have to understand that you're going to have to start taking some sort of accountability and facing some sort of consequence for your actions, right? A lot of these modern women get out here and they want to cut up, they want to act crazy, they want to do their thing, want to act silly. But then when the consequences come around, which by the way, whenever that happens, a man in a lot of these situations has to be accountable for the things that he's doing. But a woman, you hear from her, I'm just a girl. I didn't even know. I thought that, this would, I don't know what happened. But can you fix it as the man? No, I'm not going to continue to fix your problems. At some point in time, this is what men are looking for. At some point in time, I want you to see the error of your ways. Nobody is perfect. That much is true. But I want you to stop behaving in this pattern consistently, where you continue to put me in a bad spot. And I got to deal with your consequences because you were acting stupid. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you went out there and ran your mouth. And now you want me to fight this guy. This guy's 6'3", 250. And you want me to go over there and get knocked out, get knocked over a bar, get knocked into an alcohol shelf or something like that. You want me to go out, man? Come on, Doc.